Stand-up meeting today, I would like to raise two issues related to the current project, current sprint. The issue one is if the story on cannot be released on time by the development team. So the question here is the reason why it cannot be released on time by development team. We will break out into three more questions and need to be answered. Can we break this ticket to smaller one and provide timeline for each of that day? Because normally for development team, they often based on the requirement of the ticket and just provide the final deadline for that. Because currently now the release time is almost there, recently coming, but it's coming, but you see that we only cover the 65% of that. It's a really risk now, so I need you, so that's the reason why can we break the remaining tasks of these tickets into a smaller part and daily notify to the team on that release. The second question is, suppose that now the ticket can be broken to the remaining function, the remaining requirement of the ticket can be broken to smaller requirements. So which will be the high priority one and which could be the higher risk than the rest of that. The reason why we need to break into smaller one because you need to provide the priority for that, because if we we only have 3 people but we have 5 small tasks and we need to do priority, which one will take less time than the other, and for the another issue with the higher risk, so we can raise the one developer who have more experience and can resolve it, rather than give them all of requirements at the same time and cannot deliver on time daily. And the third question is, for the high priority and higher risk requirement, do you want to have additional resources over time working to cover on time? Because the deadline is coming and we need to cover the remaining work. So for the higher priority and higher risk, so we need to spend more time to implement and even taking additional resource who had more experience on the higher risk requirement and who can give us like advice or suggestion on the development. The second issue here is if the story 2 has been released by quality, but the quality of release feature was low. The question for that is, do we have any test plan or test case for the ticket? And the second question is, how many percent of this ticket of the test case being completed before we released, and how many test case remaining, and more importantly related to the bugs the customer return. So which test case have been covered these bugs already, or is it missing from us? If it's missing from us, we need to have more additional analysis or support from the product owner to understand more clearly about requirement to avoid any missing case for testing. And the question 4 is, do users have additional resource that need or change for the current QA team? Because sometimes because of the limited QA members in the team, but the scope of the features release high, and then we need to add more QA or have more experienced one to cover the test case and test plan before the feature release. And these are all of the issues that I want to raise for stand-up meeting today. Thank you.